I thank you all my viewers all over the world. Your comments in my comment section, I thank you for your response. I still advise that we should continue on this journey by subscribing onto this channel. I also advise that you should share so that this video can go far. Today, I will be talking on Odu Irete Meji. Irete Meji, which is taking number 12, Odu. Irete Meji is also known as EJEDE. EJEDE simply means the ones that went to the spirit world to fight and conquer. The ones that went to the spirit of death that fight and conquer without arm. This is EDE Elemere. That is the meaning, which is number 12 position of Oromina. So you can see the Odu here. It's mark 11112211, which is the Odu Irete Meji. So Irete Meji, it means to press or to create for good fortune. In personal terms, Irete is stubborn. Determination to create abundance and to move forward self-transformation. That is Irete Meji. When this stubbornness is related or is directed towards inappropriate goals, it becomes the foundation for resistance to change. Irete creates determination. Eriwoya. As I advise, when Irete appears in Revelation, one is told that Ifa assures you that your life shall be pleased or pleasant or blessed and it will be profitable. That is Eji Meji. It's a very good Ifa. You will never die young. This is a very good Ifa. Why Oromila is assuring any of the clients that is carrying this Odu that he will never die young, because during the Igbodu initiation, Ifa is telling us that he has seen death at the corridor of these clients or the initiates. Now, what Ifa will always advise us is to go and destroy the house in heaven so that this person can not stay in the house or the home here on earth. The same thing is this. When Irete Meji appears for someone who has a project, maybe he's having a building, he's developing a building, that person needs to stop. If I will advise that person to stop, because two things are used by hoe. If you look at hoe now, we can use hoe and shovel to dig grave. We can still use hoe and shovel to dig foundation. So in this wise, the client will be advised to stop every project that he's having so that he can be able to stay much on here on earth. So our video, to boy, so no make it not yard one year. Irosu Meji, already no one, boy, kekan, or one year, man, of one in there. And what I know, on an idea one is so horror, as a bezel, a horror. I ask you, so that if you are make it up by a mirror, then away a lake we no signakere, negewe. Irosu Meji. Edo ke Yoruba ke risi. You only can about one count to about the common mistakes nema the akara ramila. No burewa. Irete Meji ga de no ku anamnewa moku ari ugbodu. Irete Meji o de net boy. Oku ma suppose no moduna. Oku or ma suppose no via. Oduna ga dine. No only to boy. is not a devotee of Ifa. That woman is a child or a devotee of Osun or Ogun, and that person need to be given eight stone by each hand to form 16. That is what that woman will use to now be initiated into Osun. But the common mistake is that when a woman carries this Odu Irete Meji, that woman must betray. Oromila has made us to understand when Iromeji is cast for a woman at Igbodu, he's telling us that we should understand that this woman is a betrayer. Irete is a betrayer by woman. He must betray Oromila, and he must betray the Oluwo. He must betray the husband if he's husbanded. On this ground, that woman should not be initiated into Ifa. These are the common mistakes. Because at times, when an Odu appear, I do hear it. People say it. That when an Odu appear, that when they see that that Odu is a bad Odu, is an Odu of Omen, that the Oluwo or the Babalawo there will change that Odu for a different Odu. Doing that, you are changing the destiny of that person. You are not supposed. Whatever thing Odu that comes out is what Oromila is telling us. It's either no or yes. It's only two ways to every Odu, negative or positive. But on this ground, when Irete Meji appears for a woman at Ugbodu, that woman is not a devotee of Ifa or Oromila. It's not to be initiated into Ifa. That woman needs to be stopped. She needs to be initiated into Osun or Ogun. So don't make this mistake. Don't make this mistake. So the same thing is this. This very woman aspect of life, when Irete Meji appears for someone at Ugbodu, let's check the biological father. The birth of that child is a dispute. That is the parental position of that child is a dispute. For instance, the child of Irete can be switched at birth. It is switched at birth. So if you are the one carrying Irete Meji or Eji EDE, and it is your petrol Odu which you carry at Ugbodu, know that you will be switched. Your real father, you have to look for your real father. Your real father needs to be known to you because you are not raised by your real parents. You are not raised by your real father. Your real father is a dispute. How? Your birth, the day that you were born, you will be switched at birth, either by error or by or the person knows it. He knows what he or she is doing. You understand? Either by error or mistake, or that person knows exactly what is. He knows, he understands that he needs to switch the birth of that time. You understand? So the same thing is this. When Irete Meji falls for someone at Ugbodu, let the children of Irete Meji, let them contact so that we can be able to tell them the mistakes that the mistakes surrounding that Odu. Because Irete Meji is a very fine Odu. Irete Meji is an Odu of wealth and prosperity. Irete Meji speaks of abundance. Irete Meji speaks of breakthrough. Irete Meji speaks of elaborate things here on earth. The same thing, Irete Meji is also telling the client, no matter your birth foundation, your birth background, whether you are poor, whether you are born into poverty, you are born into wealth, whatever form of life you came into this very world, he said it shouldn't be a yardstick to determine your future. Your determination depends on who you are. No matter, he said the background you are born into will not tell or make you to just say that because you were born into a family that is poor, that makes you to poor. No, that is not the right energy. No matter your background at birth, it will never affect you because you are a child that was switched at birth. By switching you at birth has a great role to play. Let me drop this story now. This case happened in Japan some years ago, where two women went to the hospital to go and born in the hospital. So I bet the two boys were switched. They were switched mistakenly. The other one now, which was Irete, the other one that was switched, the father was wealthy, they had much money. While the other one, the father was poor. As a result, they not take or took the child that the father was wealthy, they not switched it to the family that was poor. They not take the baby and the family that was poor, they not take it to the family that was wealthy. So if you look at it now, the two babies were switched. So it happens that the other one that was switched to the one that was wealthy now had a very good education and everything, background, a good education, and now came up as a professor. He was now very rich. The other one that was also switched for the other one that was poor ended up to become a taxi driver. You see the life. So both of them now grew up together in the same environment. Something that happened. What were those things that happened? A thing that happened that called for DNA test. So when they went for test, they discovered that the child has no common blood, was not the real, the parents that brought it up was not the real biological parents. The same thing happened to the other guy that was also switched to the wedding one. Everything happened in the same hospital. And because of research, they have to now search the blood that will match. They now discovered that the blood that matched that of the taxi driver was the one that was wealthy. The blood that matched that of the professor, the one that had a good education, was the one that was poor. It was through record, they don't understand that both child was born the same day in the same hospital. What happened? They now discovered that the two babies were switched. They were switched at birth. This is ERETE MEJI. ERETE MEJI always have problem of a real father, the biological father. ERETE MEJI is telling us that you have something to do with the switching of babies at birth. As one of the betrayers, Oromila has advised us that if you are a woman carrying this Odu, you cannot carry Ifa Oromila. The Odu Irete also implies that good things or good things or good outcomes never a result of chance. They are always a result of effort every time. They are forged by people with good intentions. These are good things. Do not take anything for granted. This is ERETE MEJI. Your name, your clothes, your nation, your earth, living and unliving things, etc., they were all forged. God said, let there be light. Let there be light. Let there be light. Let there be this. Let there be that. Everything was being forged. This is what ERETE MEJI is talking about. They did not just happen. They were made to be. They were made to be. So when we're talking about ERETE MEJI, we should always understand that ERETE MEJI have to settle the aspect of death. In every aspect of death, how can you do that? Because the death respects the whistle or the whisper of the chickens. Like the little fowl. The taboos to this Odu. That the Ifa priest cannot tear the seed of the Ike plant except to build Isopele, the strength of the hands and teeth. So in the house of ERETE MEJI, you are not supposed to crack Ike. I see people And you have to understand that this Odu is talking about that this child is not a devotee of Ifa, rather is a devotee of Ogun or Osun. Because if that person is carrying Oromila, it will never progress. Because that person is already a betrayer at birth. Keynote, ants are not killed. Ants, Eyi, ọmọ ìrẹtẹ̀ bí ẹgbẹ́ yìí. When this Odu is seen at that Ugbodu, you are not expected to drink water until 12 at midnight. That is what the ERETE MEJI. This ERETE MEJI you use there. What is there? There. And another Eriwoya. One year Eriwoya near to boy. Eriwoya ebege. Eriwoya ya bege there. Oboge Eriwoya, oboge lokonda Eriwoya. Eriwoya ogudema Eriwoya. Ose ani obo Eriwoya ni Yugbe Oromila. Ọmọnì ìrẹtẹ̀ ibie. Ọwọ àwọn èsùsẹ ọmọnì ìrẹtẹ̀ ibie. Òpè àgàmójú náà ma. That man should be a listener, not a full of stubbornness, but the persons need to know his biological father, because that child might have been switched by birth. This is where the problem of ERETE MEJI is talking about. The same thing, let us know, understand that when this Odu comes out at the Bodu, what is expected? The woman needs to be given, as I've said, the woman needs to be given 16 pebble stone to add to what is going to be used on initiatory Osun. But if it falls for a man, the man is requested with 16 half of bread and cocoa for 16 days. This is also the Ifa that gives birth to sugarcane. If you look at the taste of sugarcane, it's inside the sugarcane. The phototeller must study his profession deep. This is what ERETE MEJI is talking about, that the phototeller, the award that is there, he have to study Ifa, because this Ifa is telling us that we need to study Ifa to the later. Because a lot of people have carried this Odu, particular women have taken this Odu Atubodu, and it's a very big mistake that you have done or they have done for you. You are not a child of Oromila. You are a child of Osun or a child of Ogun. You must betray. You are a betrayer, and you were switched at birth. Oromila has spoken. It's talking about the background of that very person. So, this Ifa marks his children. This Ifa makes his children rich or poor. For health and prosperity, he makes the following sacrifice. What is that trying to make? This Ifa, if you are able to make the appropriate sacrifice, as someone that is carrying this Ifa at your Igbodu, man, you must surely prosper in life. But if you don't know, or if you don't do the needed or the appropriate sacrifice that you need to sacrifice at this Ugbodu to offer, this Ifa will make you poor. So someone that is carrying this ERETE MEJI as a man, you are poor. You need to contact us. You need to contact me, so that I will tell you what to do on how to prosper. Because ERETE MEJI speaks of prosperity when sacrifice is being made. But if reverse is the case, ERETE MEJI will also make it poor. That is ERETE MEJI for you. My name remains Apostle, Elder, Doctor Festus Enobakare Igbinusun, Oluwo Obara-Yoka Temple worldwide. So if you have any question, feel free. Ask me questions. Comment on this Odu Irete Meji. Whatever question you want to ask me, because as I've said, the Odu Irete Meji has 16 passages, 16 verses, 16 stories. So I thank God because the limited time I have here, I've been able to drop 2 to 3 stories on this Odu already. But if there's any question you want to ask me on this Odu Irete Meji, feel free on my comment section. Comment. I want you to subscribe. Share this video. Let this video go far so that it can reach the children of Oromila that is carrying this Odu, so that they should know what to do. Because this Odu Irete Meji speaks of good and speaks of bad. Irete Meji can make you rich. Irete Meji can make you poor. So whatever side are you, I want you to contact us so that we can help you, so that you can help others. Eriwoya, Ayagbo, Ayato, Ayakwe Baba Wa.